We are on lesson 2.10 in our Go Math book, page 93. And today we're learning about number patterns. The essential question is, how does place value help you identify and extend counting patterns? In the blueprint below, we have a word problem. At Blossom Bakery, 823 muffins were sold in the morning. In the afternoon, 4 packages of 10 muffins were sold. How many muffins were sold that day? The directions say to shade the numbers in the counting pattern. I highlighted 823. You can just circle it so that you know that's where we're starting. So that's how many they sold in the morning. And then in the afternoon, they sold 4 more packs of 10. Now the cool thing about a hundreds chart is that I know that each row has 10 numbers in it, 10 boxes. So that to count by 10, I can just go down to the next row. So if I start at 823, 10 more is going to be 833. There's 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s, and 4 10s. So 823 plus 4 more 10s is 863. The Math Talks asks us what number is next in the counting pattern you see. If we've moved down each time, the next number in that pattern is going to be 873. Each time we are changing our tens number from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the next one would be 7. You can turn your paper over. We're going to go to the top where it says Model and Draw. Look at the digits in the numbers. What 2 numbers are next in the counting pattern? They're giving us quick pictures of these. They've also given us the numbers. 114, 214, 314, 414. The blank digit changes by 1 each time. Which one of the digits is changing? Hundreds, tens, or ones? You're right, it's hundreds. And the next 2 numbers are, if we start at 414 and we're changing by hundreds, 514, 614. Let's go down to the bottom. It says look at the digits to find the next 2 numbers. 137, 147, 157, 167. The next 2 numbers are, and we can see that the tens place is changing, 177, 187. Number 2, 245, 345, 445, 545. The next 2 numbers are, we know it's our hundreds place that's changing, 645, 745. Number 3, 421, 431, 441, 451. We can see that it's our tens place that is changing. 461, 471. And number 4, 389, 489, 589, 689. This time it's our hundreds place. 789, 889. You can go to your next page. That is page 95. You're going to be doing exactly the same thing on the top of this page that we just did. They give you a group of numbers and they want to know what are the next 2 numbers in this pattern. So pay attention to whether they are changing the hundreds digit or the tens digit. On the bottom it says follow the directions, write your own counting patterns. I'm going to give you a little clue of where I want you to start. Number 9 says write a pattern in which the hundreds digit changes by 1 from number to number. So you're going to change hundreds here. And I want you to start at 324 and finish those. by changing the hundreds. And on number 10, write a pattern in which the tens digit changes from one number to number. And I want you to start with 618, and you're going to change your tens digits. Turn your paper over, and we are on page 96. It says Luke wrote a number pattern starting with 237. He counted on by hundreds. Write the missing digits to show his pattern. So they've given you 237, and then you're changing your hundreds. So they've given you this 3, but not the rest of the number. And they've given you one digit in each one. You need to write the rest of the digits that you need for that. Number 12. There were 135 pennies in a jar. After Robin put more pennies into the jar, there were 175 pennies in the jar. How many groups of 10 pennies did she put into the jar? So we know that we're counting by tens, and we know that we're starting at 135. I'm just going to put 135 in a box up here to remind me that's where we're starting. So if we put 10 with that, we're going to change that tens digit, and it's going to be 145. That's not enough. We have to get to 175. So we'll do another one. 155. Still not enough. 165. Not quite. 175. Aha! We are there at 175. So how many tens? How many groups of 10 did we add? Write that number there. And then explain how we solved that. I'm going to start that. I'm going to restate it for you. I solved this. Tell me how you solved it. And number 13, Sandra wrote a number pattern starting with 806. She counted on by tens. Which of the following numbers could be in her pattern? So you need to start at 806 and then change your tens number, keep counting it until you get to one of these numbers. And when you have completed all of those, you will be done.